Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank all of the organizations that made this program a possibility. I want to thank ArtsLink New Brunswick for organizing such an awesome program. Through CATAPULT, I feel like it has really just opened up kind of a whole mapwork of the opportunities that are possible out there in New Brunswick for an artist to build a sustainable practice. And so I am eternally grateful for that. So I'm a visual artist. My name is Brittany Schuler, and I am very fascinated with rediscovering landscape through light and color. So what can be achieved through art? For me, art can provoke, it can encourage, challenge, and communicate ideas and realities that are often difficult to explain otherwise. I see this for all art in its various forms, but for me, the easiest way to attain this is through painting. So I find it interesting how 100 different people can look at one work of art and walk away with 100 different interpretations of the same piece. In 2007, I was accepted into the Bachelor of Fine Arts program at Mount Allison University, where I focused in painting. I did alter my degree partway through to take advantage of their study abroad program in Strasbourg, France, where I lived and worked for 2 years. And while over there, I documented my travels through plein air sketching, just because a sketchbook and a pen were easier items to carry around in a backpack than easel, canvas, and paints. However, coming back to the Maritimes, I noticed for the first time that, wow, New Brunswick is actually pretty beautiful. And it's funny how sometimes you have to go away somewhere and then come back before you realize the beauty that's in your own backyard. So I'm very thankful to be in New Brunswick and to have grown up here. My art business takes on 3 different parts or services. The first one is teaching. So I've had the opportunity to work with multiple different organizations in New Brunswick as an arts educator, particularly with children. I've worked with children at the Beaverbrook Youth Camp through Bridges of Canada. I've worked through the Beaverbrook Art Gallery. And I've also worked with the Etsy Art Initiative, which is an after-school program in the elementary schools. And I love working with children because they have this fearlessness for self-expression. Like, they don't have fear, and they just have this natural joy for art, and I really do gain a lot from that. The second service that I provide is commissioned work. So I receive a lot of travel photos from clients, but often spaces and places in New Brunswick that have meaning for these clients. So this photo was taken in Mexico. It's El Toro, and it's a famous rock climbing destination. So a New Brunswick couple traveled there, and they rock climbed this mountain somehow. You'll have to ask them. I don't quite know how they did that. But they wanted a painting to kind of commend this excursion and as an accomplishment for what they did. So the third part to my business is my own practice. I really enjoy working with heavier bodied acrylics. I enjoy working with oils, depending upon the project. I also have dabbled in collage. So I will show you, this is a collaged piece that I have done and then have painted over top. I also enjoy working in large format. So this is a 3 by 8 foot painting of the now and the not yet. Again, seeing art as a language to help explain complex ideas. I attempted to create an image to help visually explain the biblical theology. So for those of you that don't know that theology of the now and the not yet, it speaks of this kingdom that is here in part, but that is not yet here in its fullness. And basically what came from this project was this interesting power behind contrast. So I realized, in contrast is very striking. So in visual art, when you put a light color against a dark color, the light color appears brighter. And I wanted to use that as an analogy for life. It's often in those difficult, dark times when those moments of light are so striking for us. Whether that's in the form of encouragement, healing, or resolve in some way, the impact of that resolve is greater than if we were going through a time where everything was just fine and normal and perfect. So I also carved these books to follow in line with this theme of these cityscapes. So that's the book without the paint. And then this is the paint. This is called Momentary Shadows. And I also put these little LED lights in the tops of the books to kind of give a backdrop to these little these little cities. So this one's called Brought to Light. And so that brings me to what I'm working on now, which exists mainly in my head and on multiple sheets of paper. But I would like to continue. I would like to continue working with this theme of contrast and exploring this relationship of light and shadow and just seeing, something becoming more beautiful than what it was before. So if you are an artist and you would like to collaborate, if you are an organization that has a project or a workshop in mind that you'd like me to help you with, if you would like to purchase my art or commission a piece from me, you can contact me through my website at brittanySchulerArt.com. You can also keep updated with new work by following me on my social media through Facebook and Instagram at Brittany Schuler Art. Thank you very much.